Hello, hello, hello. This is Adrian. I meant Adrian Obi. I've got to stop calling myself Adrian Igo. It's really hard. I don't know why I find it so hard to stop calling myself Adrian Igo. Adrian Obi, because that's my maiden name and it's the name I was born with. You know, it's something I never talked about before. Adrian Obi is a 7. The name is a 7. And Adrian Igo is an 11. And one of the things I discovered, or what I found out when I got married, was that with an 11, you have to consciously create your reality, and you have to be really cautious about what you're thinking, because you're creating your reality. And so if you think a certain way, it could create a situation where you're bringing in a certain thing. And I was really conscious of this, and I had tried just about everything I could to make sure that the thoughts that I was thinking were very positive and upbeat, and but I don't think it was enough, you know. So it's a really weird time of the day. I wanted to come and record something, but I always feel like there's a certain time of the day where I begin to lose my ability to record, because the light hits my face in such a way that it shows every flaw, and it just washes me out or puts me in shadows and weird things like that. So I'm gonna probably not record for too long, and then what I'll do is I'll just wait for the sun to go down, because it's about, yeah, almost 9 o'clock. It's 8:51, and it's like the sun is in a weird spot, and I've got the blinds closed. So imagine if I had the blinds open, it would just be really weird. Anyway, it's kind of like making me like albino out or something, and so I really want to make sure I record when I'm easier to actually see. Like myself, like when I look like me, yeah. Like if I get myself out of the sun, I'm actually me still, but it's just like working with it, and it's only going to rise more. So okay, so today is officially March 9th, 2019, and I wanted to talk about certain things today, but because of what's going on with the sun, I'm going to go ahead and talk about them later. I will say that the last time I looked, which was a few hours ago, the moon was in the late degrees of Aries, around 20-some degrees of Aries, which does concern me, because we've got Capricorn in the early, like 22 degrees of Capricorn. We've got Pluto at 18 degrees of Capricorn. We've got Saturn and almost 19 degrees, and then we've got the North Node in Cancer at 25 degrees, and it's retrograding, going lower, not higher. So like there's a formation of a grand square being formed here, and I don't know if anyone's aware of this, but this grand square is going to be a doozy. And we may be feeling this right now. And the thing about not grand square, but a T-square, depending on where the planets are. Well, no. I was thinking like when it gets into Libra, but by that time, I don't think the aspects will be close enough. But so we're going to be looking at just a powerful T-square, And oh, sorry, what is going on with my hair? It's the way the light is hitting. I can see every fly away, everything going on. So anyway, I'm losing my light again. So yeah, it's going to be a very powerful T-square, and it's a cardinal T-square. And you know, whenever you're dealing with a cardinal T-square, they're very, very, very powerful. The only thing missing out of this T-square is actually going to be Libra, but there's an essence of the Libra Aries axis going on all month anyway, because we're going to have that full moon in Libra on the 20th of the month. So okay, wow, just be aware of that heavy duty T-square, cardinal T-square. And you know, we're looking at what Saturn square the north node, and also the Sun square Saturn, and also the Sun the Sun or Saturn opposed the north node, Sun square Saturn, and Sun square the north node, right? So yeah. So I wanted to see if I could come across any of these just really quick. If I find what I'm looking for, I'll scream it out. Just give me a second, you guys. You know I'm always looking for things. I'm gonna just look first here, just to make sure. Saturn square the Sun. Saturn square the Sun. Saturn square the Sun. Your energy level is low. Do everything you can to remain healthy. If you do become ill, re-examine your activities. Your subconscious is trying to tell you you've been heading in the wrong direction. The cardiovascular system is most at risk here. That's interesting. What's the other thing I said? Okay, we've got, okay, there wasn't anything in Libra, but there was something else, I thought. I wish I was, I had it open, but I don't right now. Still look up all these aspects so I can talk to you guys about these. The Sun, I don't think the Sun is conjunct Mars. Just see something really quick. Oh, what's going on with my computer? Oh, that's so weird. Oh. My computer acts so damn weird. What's going on now? I guess I'm not going to be able to get to... Sometimes, I don't know if anyone else goes that, but I like going to Astro.com. They're one of my favorite places to go. And sometimes I can't get them. Now, I do use a weird system that seems to be coming from, like, overseas or something. I don't understand what's going on with that. It makes me very concerned. But anyway, I can't get to Astro.com right now. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue what I was doing before. And then I'm also got a couple other things I need to do. Again, I just found Saturn square the Sun, vitality low, conserve your energy for now until it picks up again. Just don't give up, just persist patiently. So whatever you're doing, don't give up, just persist patiently. That's pretty much what they're telling us right now, right? Sun square Saturn. Your energy may be at a low ebb. Whoever's got Sun square Saturn. You feel, and plus, so the sun is square Saturn by transit. Just remember that. You feel weighted down by circumstances. Take another look at your own choices and assumptions. It may be you don't really have to do what you thought you were required to do. Asking for some help and getting it may raise your spirits. In energy level 2. Sun square Saturn. I have Sun sextile on Neptune, but they said the physical energy is not at its highest. Be well spent in meditation, contemplation to improve self-understanding, and that's what I've been doing. So I guess I'm doing exactly as I'm supposed to. Sun conjunct Venus, which I have. Your energy level is likely to be somewhere up near the roof today. I guess that's why I keep making videos. This might be a good day to finally get that garage cleaned out. No, I don't think so. Anyway. Moving on. Just wait one more. Sun square Saturn, your mental energy may be at a low ebb, so it's physical energy, mental energy, financial energy, it's all the energy. Sun square Saturn is a it's messing up stuff, okay? Don't do nothing important today. Perhaps you feel weighed down by circumstances. Try asking for help. You may just get it. So that's good. I just saw something for Mercury in the first house. I had that by birth. But it says your mind is alert and active. And you can accomplish a great deal if you just stick to one topic long enough. And I really, like, my attention span. I don't even know that I don't have a great attention span. Is that I have so much that I try to pour into my brain. Maybe too much. I admit it. I do. I try to pour too much into my brain. But that's because I was born with Sun conjunct Mercury, or Saturn conjunct Mercury, and Saturn's my ruling planet. And look at this. It says, this would be a good time to write that thesis or study and research a difficult and serious subject. Your mental focus is narrowed now, and you may be extremely thorough. And I just remember being a young girl, like 16, and just sitting like in astrology books like this, like for hours and days on end. Like just, even to this day, I think, wow, I was preparing for my life as a professional astrologer. I didn't know. I mean, we're talking 40 years ago, you guys. But there's sometimes we do things and we don't know why we do things. We become things. We don't know why we became things. We are things and we don't know why we are things. It's kind of cool in a way. I mean, as an older person who actually can now sit back and reflect, like, back in 1985. Back in 1978. I remember when I was, I'm not old, believe it or not, I am. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so that was, yeesh. Hey, you guys, everyone should be cautious because Mars has been conjunct Uranus for a little while, and it does indicate rash and dangerous situations that could lead to sudden death, especially if Mars is afflicted. Please be cautious and aware that this Mars conjunct Uranus thing, especially at the very last degrees of like Aries is not cool for a lot of people. I think Mars is just actually into Taurus now, and Uranus I think is just in the early degrees of Taurus now, but I think they're still technically conjunct. Please be aware of this, man. This that's not good, because no one wants anyone to do anything dangerous or rash that could lead to death. I don't think that's cool for anyone, actually. And so I hope that you're aware that, you know, it's not a good time to do things that are dangerous or rash. Just saying. Man. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord, have mercy, Jesus. Oh, God, Lord, have mercy. Now, it's not now, but within like a couple of years, Uranus is going to be in the 4th house. It says something about death of a family member or relative. But it doesn't mean it's inevitable. Okay, because Uranus is going to be in the 4th house. Right now it's in the 3rd, but I don't know. I already started praying though. Did you hear me? I broke out in the song like, Jesus, Lord, help me. Don't leave me. Isn't that funny? Now, I'm black. I called out to Jesus. Now, I usually call out to Heavenly Father or God. But I don't know. I was just being ignorant that time. But I did realize I called out to Jesus. Which, my little boyfriend is a hotep. He'll be so upset. You should see this video. It curse me out. Look, you're starting to see the blinds across my face and everything. Look at this mess. It's showing every flaw I have on my face right now. I'm so upset. This is why I wait to the middle of the night to record my videos, because getting a good light is... Sometimes I'll get washed out if the light hits me in the wrong way. It'll just totally wash me out. Right now, I've got color. So, that's good. Yeah, I was born with Pluto in the 8th house, so I do. I'm very deep and dark and talk about death and rebirth and transformation, and you know, these thoughts might be triggered by the death of someone I know, and large-scale changes going on in my life, that kind of thing. I was born with that. I'm used to it. But Pluto conjunct Saturn, which, you know, we're all dealing with to a certain extent, is an indication of the death of someone important to us. Now, I think this is an overall aspect. I'm talking about transit, not in my personal. But it could occur under this. Another cycle of growth is beginning, accepted as such, and let go. But the death of someone important could occur during a Pluto conjunct Saturn transit. That is very upsetting to know. I'm not happy because I'm at that age where people start dropping dead and shit. I'm always worried. You know, once you're over 55, Lord, you can go move into senior housing and everything. I might look cute, but I'm telling you, it is what it is. It's true. So, I am a fantasizer. Neptune conjunct your midheaven. I have that by birth. You may become more professionally active in your particular art field, possibly making a significant breakthrough. Conversely, there may be scandal under afflicted condition. What scandal? What? What scandal? Because I'm ignorant, probably. I don't know. Neptune sextile midheaven. That's what I got now. A favorable time for both the creative and business end of art-related professions. Are they talking about me going on camera with the sun shining and showing all my flaws? Lord. It just shows Mama don't got no Botox. I'm all me. You see all my reality right here on my face. That's so silly. But yeah, that's myself. Oh, Neptune sextile the Sun. That's what I'm going through. Being especially psychically tuned. And now more in touch with your intuitive nature. You may be more creative than usual during this transit. Well, kiss me again. I actually am a psychic, but I told you. How funny is that? Neptune sextile the Moon. You'll be highly intuitive, creative, and imaginative. Don't waste it on daydreaming, which I do. Well, there was a little dumpling. He was only so big, a little tiny dumpling. A dumpling, little big. Saturn sextile Venus. No. Nope. Okay, Mars conjunct Jupiter. No, Mars is in Aries. No, Mars is in Taurus. Venus. This square Neptune. Creative imagination, inspiration are stimulated. Sit down and tune in. Probably amaze even yourself. That's Venus square Neptune. Ooh, I wonder who else has that. Ooh. Venus conjunct the Sun. Creativity or self-expression of some sort. Oh, okay, no. Venus is away from my Sun right now. Venus is actually conjunct my Saturn. That's why I'm sitting here looking all funny looking in the light. Because Venus is sitting on my Saturn. Well, my progressed Venus is sitting on my Sun. So that's cool. Let's see. See, my Saturn and Mercury. My Saturn conjunct Mercury. Your communications will be more serious than usual and perhaps more difficult. You may be searching for new ways to communicate. Okay, I can see that. Wow. You know, it's so funny. Every time I look at Mercury conjunct Saturn and it talks about communications being difficult, you're afraid you'll expose yourself if you speak, you're in a negative thinking mode and try to get out of it. You must consciously attempt to communicate and accentuate the positive side of people and things and stuff like that. And I'm like, whoa, what the heck? Why would, I mean, I got this in my first house. So that means when I talk, I guess sometimes you guys are probably like, if we want to see what the bad shit is, bad stuff is, we just go to Adrian. She's going to tell us the truth. It might not be pretty, but I would tell you the truth. Right? Yes. Well, someone's got to talk to you and tell you the truth. And I'll do it. This thing. Well, I don't know what made me want to come here and look up this stuff and take all my little time talking about this stuff with you guys. I just had this urge. I don't know why. I just had this urge to come and see what all this was going on right now. Saturn conjunct the ascendant. This can be a very busy but productive time. You'll be finishing off projects and will focus almost entirely on getting it done. This is not a good time to begin new projects. I think I read this one before for some reason, but yeah. It's just weird though. Saturn trine moon. I have that right now. Anyone else have a Saturn trine moon? This is a time when your personal and professional lives harmoniously support each other. A good time for buying and selling personal real estate, making plans for the future, or otherwise combining the business world with the personal. Also a good time to seek the advice of older persons, especially women like myself. Oh, that's great. Saturn conjunct the Sun. Persevere a while longer on projects you've been working on for some time. You must work hard to bring them to completion, whether that be success or failure. Don't take on any new responsibilities or projects until you finish these others. And it's funny, I've been reviving all my old business things that I've been had on the back burner, or I started, didn't finish. Suddenly I feel this urge to get these things accomplished. So I'm looking at all of them, and I won't rest until I get my dreams done, like we planned. That's the plan. So let me just see if I've got everything right. You know, I'll never get over the fact that my husband left me when Jupiter hit the 10th house. Like, really? And it was on my Venus in the 10th house. Now, mind you, my Venus is in Scorpio in its detriment, and it's the very epitome of Venus in its fall or detriment, having your husband walk out on you or leave you or cheat on you or lie to you or whatever. And the fact that I have Neptune there too, and it being lying and being duped, and you know, like the whole, even now, and I'm completely was deluded. I couldn't tell you to this day what made that man actually decide, oh, I just don't love her. Did he just not love me the whole time? Or is it just something that happened? Did he have an affair or have sex that was so good one day he decided I mean, I'm always like, I'll never know. I just had to give up having to know. And so I unfriended him on Facebook. He'll never tell me. And so I decided I don't never have to know. Now, I've got my progressed Venus on my ascendant. It says, a good day for making a good first impression. In fact, you may very well attract people and circumstances favorable to you. A business opportunity may present itself. Well, kiss me again. All right now. I'll take that. Venus sextile Venus. You'll probably rather play than work, but if you have to work, you'll do it well and cheerfully. Negotiations are favored. And you may make new contacts that will help you later. Purchase should turn out very well and worthwhile. Interesting. I forget where I said Mercury is. I think it's in Pisces still. Because it's retrograded in Pisces. Ooh, it's going to conjunct my Jupiter, though. That's nice. That'll be at the end, here, the 28th. Oh, Mercury in the second, business negotiations. Very good. Very good. What's this one here? Oh, these are all good. Okay, so it looks like I got through most of what I needed to get through. I don't know why. I just wanted to go and see where about those aspects and what they meant, and I didn't really get all the information I wanted from there. Probably I'm going to look at where those actual degrees are and do that in another video. I better start getting out of the light, because I'm starting to lose my light because of, you know, the sun. It's coming. Here comes the sun. Doo doo doo. Oh, too much sun, let's be honest. It's washing me out. Anyway, you guys, this has been Adrienne Obi, Capricorntigress of Astrology, a look inside. And if you haven't, please stop by and like and subscribe to Astrology, a look inside. Just go to astrologyalookinside.com. And then you can also find me on Facebook at facebook.com/astrology, a look inside. And then I also have a group on Facebook, which is facebook.com/groups/astrology, a look inside. And finally, I have my Patreon account, and you can become a patron on Patreon for as little as $5 or $10, and you can order. You'll get like a reading, or there's all different types of things I offer. So go and visit and become a patron at patreon.com. That's patreon.com/Capricorntigress. Okay, guys. Well, it's been my pleasure, of course, as always, just sharing this time with you. And now I'm going to go and get some rest and get out of the morning sun. I'll touch you soon. Bye.